Welcome back to another blueprint video. I'm Ghost, and in today's video, I'll be showing how you can dominate with the MASS HOG army, whether that may be in ESL or Legends. So without further ado, let's dive into it. And we are here with the very first replay of today, and this is going to be on kind of like a teaser kind of a setup, because as you can see, Town Hall is actually pretty exposed there. So what I kind of wanted to do here is kind of Yeti blip the Town Hall because it had the Rage Tower there. So not only does a Yeti Bomb take the Town Hall, it eliminates the Rage, gets me to CC pool, and also takes down that left Expo as you saw right there. So now, this approach is kind of the same thing as how I did it with the Hog Wizards kind of approach, because it's just the same, literally the same army, it's just with no Hog Wizard. But the main difference is that we have 40 Hog Riders here. Whereas at the Hog Wizard, we only had 26, but that still doesn't matter because the approach still is kind of the same. I do feel like having 40 Hog Riders is a lot better than having 26 because, of course, if you have more, then you're going to have more damage being done. But the only thing that sucks about these Hog is that they're squishy. So if you miss your Warden ability or just slightly different miss drop on the spell, it kind of rips the attack. But again, this can kind of show you the amount of power of how strong these Hog Riders can do. As you can see, I only took down the Town Hall, killed the CC, took the Inferno, and now I'm just getting to the Expo. I'm not even waiting for the heroes to get that much because the heroes are almost dead because the Queen right there is stuck on edge with health. But anyways, moving along here, you have a lot of spells to work with. I'm using that Rage. I've also Quake the Core, used the Warden ability to actually push through this whole back Rage. So the good thing about having the Rage and all the other spells incorporated with it is that you're able to constantly freeze, get a maximum Warden ability. As you see on a lot of these setups, not only just this one, but later on, as you can see, you're going to be able to see how efficient that Warden ability and how fast these Hog Riders actually move through the rest of the base. So I essentially took out this whole back end of the base with the Hog Rider portion with only like a minute. So this goes to show how strong this army can be. Obviously, you could see not many Hog Riders actually survive. I don't think any survived, but it just goes to show how you can keep the RC alive or keep the Queen, even in this case, alive. You can do so much work with the Hog Rider. So again, this was a pretty nice hit here, but let's actually take a look at some more replays to kind of highlight how strong the Hog Riders are. Alright, and we are here with a second base. Now, this one's kind of different. It is a diamond base instead of that box base. So again, same rage value setup as the other one. It's just 3 multi-infernos and 2 expos instead of 2 rages. This is just a single rage with the Town Hall poison. So kind of the same thing. What I wanted to do here is just essentially Yeti bomb the Town Hall to get me the left expo, to actually get the Town Hall and try to get any CC pull if possible. So unfortunately there, I was not able to get the CC pull. As you saw the range there, it is slightly out of range from where the Yetis actually came out to deal with the Town Hall. But I did, however, get like a slight pull of the CC. So better than nothing. But here we go. What I wanted to do is essentially kind of push my hero, I guess my Queen, to go into here to go for the Monolith and push the King into the scatter for that scatter shot. But unfortunately that did not work. As you saw, the King actually bailed out and went around. So without waiting, I kind of just started my Hogs early because, again, I kind of want to keep a hero alive, whether that may be the King or the Queen here. In this case, it is going to be just the Queen. The CC was very nice to be a Titan. That way my Queen can actually push through the Monolith easily. And again, one key thing, as you notice here, is that the Warden ability is just used perfectly to negate all 3 rage multis. So again, that's one good thing about having all the spells for the Hogs, such as a Rage to heal all the freezes, is that you're able to actually keep freezing the multi after your Warden ability to keep whatever that may be alive. So as you can see there, I do have RC ability. The Queen took down the Monolith, she took down that right expo, and she's still alive for cleanup. So again, using that Hog, starting the Hog early and not necessarily waiting until your heroes are both dead, is just giving more power for this army to make it even stronger so that everything works together simultaneously to clean around the base. So again, let's move on and try to look at another base like this. Alright, next up is going to be another diamond teaser base, but again, this one's going to be with the Town Hall, the CC, and the heroes on this one side. So which is a great thing in this case for this attack because, again, you could deal with all of the Town Hall, all the heroes, and the CC at this one side. So as you can see, instead of using a blimp though, instead this time, I am using a flame flinger here because you could see there's a lot of value here to be given with the flinger. So I could actually potentially lure this rage out early instead of having my hog to deal with that, which is you're going to be able to notice later on in the attack. So again, dealing with the CC here, it was a Titan Ice Golem, I believe, is what came out of there. So this actually maybe not have to necessarily use the poison. I could kind of be flexible with the poison, so I could use it later on. So if you didn't notice on the left hand side, I kind of already pre-triggered that rage spell, so that way I wouldn't have to necessarily deal with it later on. I'm dealing with one hero at a time with those two headhunters, so that my king is actually still alive there. So I'm going to actually use the king ability now, trying to use the baby dragon to supplement to push the queen and the king inside to get to the monolith, so that I could potentially just start my hogs like around the top side and go through the core just like that. So as you can see, heroes are going in, the queen is going in. I'm starting the hogs early to kind of push the queen in, but that is not going to happen. But again, it's not the end of the world. But again, with this warden ability, I'm going to be able to push through 3 Rage Inferno. So again, that's really nice because even if the warden ability doesn't necessarily get through it all, I'm going to be able to have the freezes. As you can see, freezing Expo, freezing the scatter, and the multi-inferno is what I essentially did just there. So I do have a Quake, I do have a Poison, I still have a lot in the pocket just to support this push. I do have Queen ability intact, so again, as I said in the early initial attack, I'm always trying to start early without necessarily waiting for everything, such as the Queen and the King to die, because I want the Queen to support on the cleanup, or to potentially keep her alive to clean whatever the Hog and the RC may potentially not be cleaning up. So there, I was able to get a lot of value with that flanger to actually keep the core hogs alive, so that my heroes could push around and to be able to get enough to keep this base under control. So yeah, a little troll Tesla there. Unfortunately, we missed it, but again, didn't even use the poison, and we walked away with the easy triple just like that. Next up is going to be back on a box base. I kind of want to touch a base on specific design, whether it's just 2 poison towers. So this is probably a pretty good example here. Now, I kind of, like I said, like initial replays, I kind of did blumps for Town Hall in the box, but this one's going to be a flame flinger approach just because it's a kind of a free scatter there. And with the blump going to Town Hall, it does look pretty sketchy because there's no safe defenses in around this side for my balloons to go to. So I was kind of worried the blimp wouldn't necessarily make it, so this kind of forced me to use a flame flinger instead. But nonetheless, it's kind of the same approach here. Flame flinger is going to be able to get the scatter, king and queen to turn into just to get the Town Hall right here, to get the expo and the Town Hall. And then what I'm going to do is not even wait for my heroes to die. I'm just going to start the hogs to go around the base like that, to try and push my heroes into the core to get this multi right there. So that's what you're going to be able to see me do right there, because the flame flinger is already supporting the Sui by clearing out this whole bottom right side, and then I'm going to be able to get the Town Hall down easily with the king and the help of the queen. I'm going to rage the queen up to try to keep her alive. I'm freezing the super beam CC and going to have that poison on that CC immediately. And then as you can see there, I'm not going to necessarily wait. I'm just going to full send it so that my queen can stay alive to pick off this multi right there. So now the pathing for the hog is super narrow because it's going to go like this and go work its way all the way back to the back end, which is going to be super nice for me to have, because then with this warden ability, it gets me through these defenses and of course gets me through that eagle artillery shot. So not necessarily needing to have to deal with the rage tower, but instead you're dealing with the poison tower. So you could be more flexible and more preservant about how you use your warden ability and how you use your spell, because rage tower, I feel like, is a lot worse than actually dealing with the poison tower. So as you can see, I did have a lot of hogs in the pocket. They came from this side, this side, this side, this side, to try to keep my main push and my RC to turn around to get through this side of the base. As you can see, that Yeti out of that flanker did end up taking that multi down for me, which is going to be really clutch there. So yep, a really nice triple again. This one's a little different than the usual bases, box bases where we typically see in rage towers. This one we're seeing 2 poisons. Instead of blimping, we actually use a flinger. And again, as you can see, starting the hogs early instead of waiting is going to be really key with this soup army. So now let's move on to our very last replay of the day on a ring base. Alright, and we are here with the last replay of the day, and this one is none other than the ring base itself. So what we're doing here is kind of yeti blumping, although it does seem a risky blump. I am luckily to be able to make that blump there. So with this blump, I didn't necessarily want that much value with the blump with the rage, but I did freeze it to see if I could get all that value, which I did. I got the bomb tower, got the CC pool, got the expo, and that scatter shot with that yeti bomb. So that's super duper nice, because now what you're going to be able to see, I'm dealing with the CC, which is going to be huge because now the hogs is not going to necessarily have to deal with that. So what I want to kind of do, there's kind of two ways I could have done this. Obviously with the same Sui though, is kind of push my heroes here into the core and not necessarily get the town hall, but just get these defenses so that I could push my hogs into here like that. That was one way. I probably should have done that, but what you're going to be able to see that I did is actually send the hogs here and to have them go through the core just like that. So either way would have worked. I do think going into the eagle first would have worked a lot better instead of having to go from this side all the way to have them path to the eagle. So king going in, wall breaker going in. I did have a skelly that kind of tanked that monolith and preserved that queen ability and that king, but unfortunately the king did actually get locked on and he goes down super early. So that's why I noticed that immediately and am going to start the hogs early, because with this pathing it goes straight into the core like that. And I'm going to use backup supplement hogs at 12 o'clock to kind of keep everything narrow. I'm going to supplement that quake as well, that rage, and then I wanted the hogs to go for the town hall super early, but I saw that poison and I saw that eagle artillery, so which kind of forced me to use this warden ability super duper early than what I actually intended for. But still not the end of the world, because as you can see there, again, the queen is still alive, which is going to be pretty key here, because she's going to be able to take more than just the enemy RC there. She's going to be able to pick off that ground expo right there for me as well. So again, I had some backup hogs coming in all on this side, and then to kind of push my RC so that the RC could actually clear this whole back end. So yep, the queen is going to fall down right around here, and then the RC ability, with her ability, she's going to be able to clean the rest of the base with just the cleanup troops itself. So yep, this kind of goes to show the power of the army. You kind of don't want to always wait until your heroes are dead. You kind of want to use your heroes to tank for your hogs, so that you have enough power to actually push through the rest of the base, just like in this replay and the previous replay before. Alright, and that's going to do it for today's video. Now, checking at our log, we did finish plus 302 on the day. Now, as you can see, we did have 296 today, which kind of screwed the perfect day. Those were 2 time fails, unfortunately, but still a plus 81 on the day, and we went positive. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a like and subscribe if you are not already. I will go ahead and link the army down in the description, so make sure you guys go check it out and comment down below what you guys would like to see in our next video. But until then guys, I'll catch you all in the very next one. Ghost out.